You just can't do anything right, Kyle.
I wanted to know when you're starting. Have we
She says,
started?
"Are we starting?" As the 5 pops up on
Why
her
is
screen.
there no
Alexia.
introduction?
Nope.
I said
There's
that
a-
before. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Business List, your source for stories inside the party across the country and around the world, the algae and the reflecting pool of the state. We are LP Alliance, Intercaucus Coalition, rebuilding the Libertarian Party and revolutionizing the Liberty Movement. My name is Amanda Griffiths. I'm joined by Rose Leatherman. I will be joined shortly by Keith Thompson, joined by the Unholy Army of the Night in the chat. Good evening, Unholy Army of the Night in the chat.
There's somebody else we're forgetting to mention, or...
Well, Kyle's just here, but he has his own Unholy Army. Kyle, what in the hell is on your shoulders this evening?
This is an orca, and this would be a capybara, but NVIDIA broadcast really hates him for some reason.
Well, I can see him now. Have you named them yet, Kyle?
I have not. I was gifted heatable and coolable animals.
Kyle,
Why didn't anyone tell me we were doing show and tell tonight?
Kyle is a grown man who has stuffed animals on his shoulders.
Yeah,
Okay, I have
some
stuffed
hot lady
animals.
sent them to me.
Just not on camera. But I do own stuffed animals.
I mean, I do
Some
too. But...
LNC VIP sent them to me.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of news to get to, everyone, this evening. I think we'll start with some amazing news. So Izzy Ali is free. Izzy Ali is out of DHS/ICE custody. He was released one day after his birthday, last Friday. And he is...
Which is also one day before and after Amanda's birthday.
It's not, actually. So that was a wonderful, wonderful bit of news to wake up to. He does still need to fight his case. So he still does, he's not out of the woods yet, but he gets to go through that legal battle in Florida with his friends. He has lost his apartment, so I don't really want to say at home, but he is working on getting his life back on track. He's working on getting his health back on track. He can actually see specialists now. And it's been really wonderful to see the community rally around him and him come back to the community. So we're all very, very happy to get that bit of news. And when he's ready, he knows that he has a standing invitation to come and talk with us about anything, and particularly, what he went through. There's a lot of awareness that needs to be raised. And yes, the Free Izzy links are still active. You can get those Free Izzy t-shirts, and that will go to continuing to help him rebuild his life, get things back up and running. Again, he needs to get his business back up and running. He does graphic design, things like that. So do donate and get yourself a cool
I
t-shirt.
loved hearing that the people who picked him up from the train station were wearing Free Izzy shirts.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Really
That's
made me
wonderful.
smile. Yeah.
J Mark's entire family was in them.
Oh my gosh, I feel really good about that. I feel really good. And honestly, this was a really amazing effort by all of the LPA community. The fact that this was just a joint lift to really get things up and going. Phil Ryan, the God King Mongol, proposed and designed our Free Izzy shirt, which is now selling like multiple hotcakes, just steaming
beside
hotcakes.
Amanda's head.
It's the link. Yes, it is.
That one took me a second too.
We did the stream to get support for Izzy. We've been posting about him, and J Mark has been doing an amazing job keeping us updated as well. So welcome home, Izzy. Welcome back. And this is one of many cases still ongoing. There are so many Izzy stories that are still playing out in these camps, in these detention centers. So the battle isn't over for those folks either. And we're going to keep on talking about it. So thank you all for being part of this effort. And we're just getting started. So thank you.
Yeah, apparently people were applauding him as he walked down the hallway to leave, but he said, though, like, he's going to make it his mission to get the rest of the people who are still currently stuck in that detention facility out of there. Because
Good.
yeah, the
Good.
place is known for being one of the worst, and the battle's not over. There are still a ton of people there who, most of whom probably do not need to be there.
It
Vast
bears,
majority of whom probably don't need to be there.
it bears mentioning, by the way, that the reason that he was arrested to begin with, and he was detained to begin with, had to do with the fact that he was applying for residency, and he's from Egypt, and his case was going through like the normal process, and ICE decided that it was unlikely, that the case was unlikely to succeed. So they came and preemptively arrested him. And if you're thinking, that sounds like some shit that would go down in a Minority Report banana dictatorship, yes, it does. Welcome. Welcome.
People refuse to believe
They got
it.
him getting off the plane from a trip he took that was legal, he had filed for and everything else, to Egypt because his father passed away and he'd gone to his funeral. Like, this is someone in mourning coming back to their home. And ICE is waiting there with open arms to pick them up and put them in prison.
Because they've decided that their court case is likely to fail.
The explanation was that if you even having permission to leave, it doesn't mean you won't be arrested when you return.
It's
That's their argument.
extrajudicial insanity. And I will be perfectly honest that, like, I didn't know all of the lack of intricacies of it. We decided that, you know, court case is unlikely to succeed, and so we'll just arrest you preemptively. We're talking about Izzy and how we're happy he's back here. Welcome.
People will
How ICE is evil.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes, we have plenty of examples of ICE being evil, but this, like, because you still get people who refuse to believe it. They're like, okay, clearly there must be more to the story. No, like, this is a productive citizen, a guy who was originally here on a student visa. Then he had an inventor visa because he had his own business. He was, I can't remember what it was exactly that he designed, but like, he was here legally on multiple different types of visa, and was in the process of obtaining a green card, going through the process. Another thing people fail to realize, because they're like, oh, well, it's your fault if you let your visa lapse. And I'm not clear on what exactly, like, if that's what happened in this case or what, but government will frequently postpone hearings over and over. So you could be doing everything legally. The government could just decide a week before your visa is set to expire, you have to apply for a renewal, that, oh, by the way, we can't fit you in, so your appointment's been rescheduled until 3 weeks from now. So then you've got that 2-week period where you're technically in the country illegally because your visa is expired. But there's nothing you can do because the government will not get you in so that you can go through the process legally.
And then you go to the appointment and you're arrested because you're illegal.
Exactly.
So this continues to happen. We're happy that Izzy's out, and no one's going to stop fighting, and we're glad to have Izzy fighting on the outside now as well. So ups to Izzy and everyone who is involved in making this happen. Trying to make things happen or not happen, as the case may be, RFK Jr. trying to make libertarian candidacies not happen. Come on, that's not the worst segue I've done.
It's not the worst.
Evil.
It's not.
It's not the worst.
There we go. Thank you, Kyle.
ICE had Easy caged in unsafe, hazardous conditions. Speaking of awful conditions, the Director of Health and Human Services.
There we go. I mean, see, it's the same. Segues, when you're doing them on the fly, it's like a sport. So this story, we've talked about it before, but now it's officially run in the Washington Post, which is exciting. I'll just read you. So the call was recorded. Robert F. Kennedy calling to try and get libertarian candidates to drop out. Did someone say Hatch Act?
Thank goodness for one party consent states.
Exactly.
Hey, look. He told them that it would be illegal to offer them a deal, but that he could probably make it happen. I don't know how you think that's a direct violation of the Hatch Act.
That's
He
not
didn't
great.
directly say it.
This is a quote from the article. During the call, Kennedy said he was acting as a liaison, in quotes, with the White House, argued that a Democratic takeover of the House would undermine President Donald Trump's agenda. Oh, no.
Oh,
And
not his
suggested-
agenda.
And suggested that he could help the candidate if he left the race. Help the candidate if he stopped being a candidate with his candidacy. He also suggested that the candidate could, quote, make an agreement that would accomplish more than a, quote, symbolic run for office. Quote, I can't get into specifics because there's legal prohibitions about that, Kennedy told Rick Stewart, a libertarian candidate running in Iowa's second
Since when
congressional
has that
district.
stopped the White House?
In a June 11th call, quote, if it's something that you want to talk about, you know, you and I can talk about specifics. It's literally, I can't go into specifics because there's
So-
legal prohibitions around that. If it's something you want to talk about,
Well,
though,
we-
we can go into specifics.
But
So
I wish,
one of the
wish he
libertarian-
had.
Yeah. One of the libertarians from Iowa was asked what would need to be given to them to convince the candidates to drop out. And her response was to end all of the wars of aggression that America is in around the world, to abolish ICE, and to have Donald Trump impeached.
And we had good
And-
candidates.
Hell yeah. And RFK Jr.'s response to this was, so you're not going to have them drop out then?
I mean,
That's the libertarians I know and love.
exactly. Exactly. So that's ongoing.
RFK Jr. is used to working with more with better libertarians for the GOP's cause.
Better or worse libertarians, depending. Yes. I mean, you can't blame him. It's worked before.
Well,
it's
by
worked before.
better I mean worse.
Right. You know, what would it take? What would it take, Keith, to get you to drop out of the business? Kyle, what would it take to get you to drop out of the business list and be replaced by
Out of
RFK
the business
Jr.?
list?
Yeah.
Tree Fitty.
Tree Fitty and be replaced by RFK Jr.?
Yeah, I'd love to see what you did with RFK Jr., honestly.
I
If
mean,
that's
it
the
would be
case,
kind of
though,
fun to
I'm
see him
gonna-
relentlessly heckled again.
I'm going to require a raise, though, if I have to be on a panel with RFK Jr. Just for dealing with that voice.
You might catch something over the internet.
Oh gosh, some kind of worm, some kind of brain worm.
Yeah, I'm
I
going to
mean-
need I'm going to need a raise in my Soros checks.
Yeah, we need Kyle here as for IT defense from the worms and viruses.
Right. But yeah, oh heavens no, undermining the Trump agenda. We don't want to do that. That's the thing. That's what libertarians do. We undermine the all the totalitarian agendas. We undermine the current we undermine the agenda. Whatever the
It
institution
must be.
is. Go on.
Just think how sad it is for the GOP to have fallen from having control of the entire government to being thwarted by mere libertarians.
Mere libertarians who never matter until they do, and then won't they please drop out of the race, those pesky libertarians? I would have
Right,
retained
we're-
the House if it weren't for you meddling kids and
If
your
you would
elections.
please kindly stop being correct on the issues,
Yes.
we would
Yeah.
like to get back to having voters vote for the incorrect things.
Right,
Yeah.
we're powerful enough that we can swing an election if we strategically endorse one of the duopoly candidates, but at the same time, we're totally irrelevant and addicted to losing.
Correct.
It's my favorite.
It does undermine some of the stolen election strategy, though, that RFK Jr. is trying to get little old us to drop out. Like they can't even rig an election right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe we are the rigging of the election. The election
maybe
was
so.
rigged. They allowed for competition.
Trump is still talking about how 2024 was rigged against him, but that there was
But he
such
won.
an incredible red wave that
They
it
couldn't
overcame
rig it
all of the
enough.
cheating. Because that's how databases work, y'all. With a
the
database,
the rig,
you
the
can't
rig
just
button only
change the
went so
vote.
far. They actually left a limit clause in there, and so they couldn't quite alter enough records for it.
But they're all
The Democrats
rigged,
were rapidly
but
using the API with their 100
they're all
page.
rigged.
100.
I mean, the uniparty is this is election rigging. You want to see election rigging? This is rigging the election right here. Calling alternative party candidates and telling them to drop out is rigging the election.
While also
Right,
legally threatening them.
pulling all sorts of legal tricks to get them off the ballot, suing,
Right.
third parties off the ballot. Like,
Yeah.
there's your election rigging right there.
It's
So that's
only
when you get
rigging
to
when
an-
they lose.
Yeah, when you get to election night, it's just the Team Blue corporate Wall Street backed war criminal versus the Team Red corporate Wall Street backed war criminal.
Well, see, the difference is that the blue team would pay to raise Gaza and murder every child there, whereas the red team would murder every child there and then raise Gaza.
No. The blue
That's
team
about
would
the
want the
process.
people raising Gaza and murdering all the children to be wearing body cameras while they do it.
You get
And,
an
and,
HD
and the,
that way.
Yeah, and the blue team would want them to be making sure to be using eco-friendly bombs.
They want to make sure that the soldiers that were murdering all the children didn't say anything offensive or use
That's
hurtful
correct. Yeah, you
terminology.
can murder as many kids as you want. Just don't use slurs, okay? Don't
Yeah.
don't dead name
Yeah.
them. That's all.
They
Yeah.
want to make sure that you put up a rainbow flag during the month of June.
Yeah,
But other than that,
exactly.
yeah, you can commit genocide.
You don't have to actually support LGBT rights. You just have to say that you would, theoretically, if you had a supermajority.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to the less happy stuff. So we've got a group of Texas protesters that were convicted of terrorism.
Coming off of raising Gaza and murdering babies. On to less happy stuff now. Enough of the happy
meant-
topic of dead.
Is this
dead
Amanda's
children.
Amanda's
mask off
segues are on
moment?
fucking point
Yeah.
tonight.
Possibly the real tragedy, worse than the dead children of Gaza. For the shareholders' bottom lines.
I meant worse than us being so formidable that RFK is trying to get us to drop out. Yeah. Okay. So now you made me laugh. This is awful.
So what's worse than
Yeah.
the dead children?
Totalitarianism writ large, Keith.
Oh, okay.
More
okay.
than any one
That
dead
is
child.
what I read for at large.
Exact. That was a slogan actually on
Totalitarianism writ
posters.
large.
Totalitarianism writ large. Keith Thompson at large. The group of Texas protesters. I don't know if people have heard about this, but essentially there was a group of anti-ICE protesters in Texas that were convicted of terrorism. It says convicted of terrorism charges. I'm not sure that's technically grammatically correct, but yes. Well, I guess that they were convicted on terrorism charges and sentenced.
We live in a post-grammar society.
As we do, and we also live in a post-terror society because anything is terrorism. This reminds me, actually, and Rose, you might be, sympathetic to this claim. This reminds me of when they were just exiling anarchists at the turn of the century because they were like, "Oh, it's anarcho-terrorism," and you just kick out all the anarchists.
Oh yeah, Haymarket affair vibes.
Yes, exactly. So yes,
Yeah.
sentenced to. Go on.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say sentenced to at least 50 years in prison.
One of them got 100.
This was the people who threw fireworks at the stormtroopers.
Yeah, so there's Benjamin Song who fired a gun at a police officer, sentenced to 100 years in prison. Also convicted on firearm and explosive charges. So the names are Zachary Evans, Autumn Hill, Savannah Batten, Elizabeth Soto, and Megan Morris. They were sentenced to 50 years. Marcela Rueda, another demonstrator, sentenced to 70 years. They're convicted of riots and, again, explosive charges. This is
Right.
essentially these are protesters. I don't even think that the firing of the gun was an attempted murder. It was
an attempt. Well, it was self-defense. An ICE agent at one point pointed a gun at the protesters, and
okay.
it's not like they have a history of gunning people down in the street or anything.
Right.
One person fired around. No one was killed. I think the
They
agent
fired
was hit in
around
the
toward the
shoulder or
ground, if I
something.
remember right.
As far as I know, yeah. I put very little stock in the injuries reported for government
I wonder
agents
if it
because
was-
they tend to exaggerate the hell out of those.
I wonder if it was
Um,
intentional, even, because it seems strategically unwise in a situation where ICE is brandishing weapons toward you for you to fire at the ground.
Yeah.
Right. That's what the government is claiming.
Yeah, it says
Well, they
fired
also claim
at.
that people touching water is destroying the reflecting pool that Trump drove a motorcade across.
Right.
Right.
And again,
then,
so-
one. Oh, go ahead.
This-
No, these are
the
this is
sentences
first
here-
group to be.
Go on. Yeah.
I was going to say this is the first group of people to be prosecuted under or after Trump declared Antifa a terrorist organization. As far as I know, none of the people there explicitly identified as Antifa or were part of any groups that called.
Well, okay, but were they fascist? If they're not,
then they were
If they're not
Antifa.
fascist, then they're
Yeah.
anti. Yeah, exactly. Then they're Antifa.
Yeah.
And they're no
Right.
good.
It's not like that's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
super
they
broad
were
term that
fighting
can-
against ICE, and therefore definitionally are anti-fascist.
It's why we here at the business list are strictly pho. Rather than took you guys a little minute. Took you
That
guys
was
a
a
bit.
that was a nice plug for
Yeah.
for Jack and Foe.
There we go. There we go. No, so it
Oh,
also appears they
goodness.
stacked the sentences. The judge did, so that each count is stacking up. as
Served
opposed-
sequentially.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So we have more of that to look forward to. Fairly
I mean,
precedent setting.
this is a very clear attempt to make people want to think twice before engaging in any form of protest or direct
yeah.
action or civil disobedience. Like knowing that you could get 50 years in prison or 30 years because you moved some magazines. You were not at the scene of the protest, but you moved some.
They got her.
They did. They snuck up on Rose. At
What-
least it wasn't me this time. No.
Wasn't someone charged for posting about dirty water coming from their faucet?
Yes, so that's
that
what we're
is
going to get
another
to
story
next.
tonight.
Oh,
Was that
spoiler,
was
sorry.
Texas, was it not? Someone had
Was.
posted about
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, so there seems to be a general chilling of criticism of the administration.
Right. It's meant to make people, it's meant to make it not worth it for people to want to go out and protest because, we need people out there who are brave enough to still stand up to the regime. But how many people actually can afford to at this point? Like, if you have a job that you can't afford to lose, if you have a family, you have children that, you can't afford to have the parents get arrested and your kids go into foster care for some indefinite amount of time. Like, it's meant to make people think, I would love to go out there and do something, but I just can't afford to take that risk. Like, that's the intention.
See, I've
And
always
as-
looked at the Libertarian Party of Russia when they do a protest and they're risking incarceration for it, and now we get to experience.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Now we get to feel what it's like.
We can
Yeah, so
we can
we're all
flee to
Antifa
Russia
terrorists
next.
in this
Oh,
together.
yeah. And also for the self-described right libertarians who think this is going to affect them, the phrase "become ungovernable" is now considered evidence that you're an anti-government extremist. If you think
Which-
this isn't going to affect you, you're an idiot.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
which
That
does
comes
mean
from
that
Either
Trump
Minnesota.
now
is
or
Antifa now.
imagine when there's a Democrat in office and they start going after far-right extremists, which they were also doing 3 years ago, which, depending on who's in office, when there's a Democrat in office, we're far-right extremists. When there's a Republican in office, we're far-left extremists. So either way, we're going to be targeted.
At
We're
least
just
Kyle is
extremists.
safe.
At least Kyle's safe.
Yeah,
Why is Kyle safe?
I am
he is
ungovernable.
governable.
Oh, there we go.
I put on.
What?
I put is ungovernable.
Kyle is governable.
Oh,
Yep.
The un is there.
That's the UN. Kyle is UN governable
is
insofar
UN
as he
governable.
is able to be governed by the UN. He admitted it
Ah.
himself,
wait,
paging
well,
Austin
because
Martin.
from the
evidence is-
International Alliance of Libertarian Parties.
Exactly. Right
Good
there.
Lord.
Kyle is UN governable. Coming soon, become AU governable. It means like bearing forth government. Okay. Anyway, I don't know Greek. It's fine. Yes. So we were going to talk about the dirty water in Texas.
But have you known Greek?
Going to stay in Texas. So we're going to talk about the dirty water. And Kyle, I think you were the one who brought this story to our attention.
Yes. That's fair. I should have already had this one
You
pulled
should
up so we
have.
could talk about it
Yeah.
more easily.
Yeah.
I apologize. We even talked about it.
Yeah. We did.
Following
So,
the
the
tragedy
short of it-
of the countless deaths in Gaza, we turn to the true horror.
The short of this story is that this town in Texas has super disgusting brown water that in April and May the city was literally sending out water advisories, boil water advisories. And this woman is a local influencer, and was trying to collect problems with it in her claim so that she could let the government know what's going on and help them target the problem, right? And the government picked her up on the grounds that she was causing needless fear and was
Needless fear.
fear-mongering.
Needless fear. It's needless. Look, if your water is brown, just call it beer. It's fine.
All right, it is one of the worst colors of water to come from the faucet if you had to choose.
I mean, my understanding is that, Kyle sees
and-
everything in various shades of brown, so.
And this
Well,
was
clear is distinct from brown.
this is like, she made a Facebook post about this as an influencer saying, please post below if like you've been harmed by this. I've seen reports that people have to go to the hospital. If this is a thing, post below so that I can bring this up with the government. And they picked her up for it. They jailed her for this.
Needless
we,
fear.
It's similar to some of the COVID arrests when people
Yes.
would express concern about germs, and the government would go after them.
Yeah. And Rose is gone and then here again.
She's here. What are you talking about? It's Trinidad, Texas. That's why I couldn't
She's
find it.
fighting
'Cause I kept
RFK Jr. to the death.
I kept getting articles about Trinidad. So this is an update where she is now fighting about it. They first picked her up in May, less than a month after the boil water advisory, and the water. We're not talking like it's a little off colored, like maybe there's some rust in it.
Yeah,
This is like mud.
I want to
it's
see pictures of the
concerningly
water.
brown.
Okay.
Okay.
Picture didn't happen. You show me a picture of the water.
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely unpotable.
What is it a stupid question to ask? Why is the water brown?
The pipes have failed. The pipes are from
Okay.
the 1950s, and they have failed, and the town has not fixed them. The judge who approved the warrant for the arrest has now come out and said that the police department misled him, and had he known the facts of the case, that he would not have.
That doesn't sound right. No. I can't believe police would not be honest about something.
Yeah, that seems weird. Like they have a preference for the prosecution.
This is the
Holy
water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This chocolate
This is-
milk. You get a 3-year-old
Yes.
in there. That 3-year-old's gonna have an absolute blast. Look
Is
at
there
that.
any chance that Nestle is somehow behind this?
that
I mean,
honestly,
Nestle
that-
probably stole their clean water at least, so you know.
I have had airplane coffee that is less brown than that water.
Right. We are not talking about like some minor thing, and their claim is that because she said that there's bacteria in it that is making people sick, they're like, there's no evidence of bacteria in it. It's like, first,
Does
there's
it
bacteria in
photos?
everything, you stupid son of a bitch.
Because as RFK Jr. has informed us, germs aren't real.
Right. Well, like,
She's gonna
RFK
get her
Jr. is
own
probably
call.
drinking this and like, it's fixing my immune system. It's why I'm
A
able to
little
lift
sprinkle
so
a
many
little
pounds.
silver in there.
Yeah.
So has anyone like been brave enough to taste it? What does it taste like? I'm really curious now.
Probably dirt and rust.
We could do an LPA fundraiser off of this. One of us drinks the water.
You should bottle it.
I
You can
just
tell
said-
a-
We're-
Kyle,
we are
thank you
not
for
getting
volunteering.
cholera for
Everyone,
this.
how much are you going to pay Kyle to go to Texas and drink the water? Come on, guys. We're going
It
to
has to be a lot.
bids. Come on.
You can vote on which one Kyle should drink between the brown water and then a bottle of the algae water from the reflecting pool.
There we go.
All right,
Exactly.
let's get a QR code. Let's get a QR code made for this. People can
Yeah,
donate
doing brown
based
water?
on what type of water they want to see Kyle drink.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I mean, I like the color green, so I might go for the reflecting pool water. It reflects my deepest fears.
Amanda's
we
part
have-
of the LGBT.
That's
The
amazing.
LGBT?
And I know that
Nice.
you didn't
Oh,
make that up yourself
okay.
because it was
I
You're
did not. I
dead to
stole
me.
the shit out of that.
Yeah, you did. You taxed the shit out of that. Yeah. But
He in fact got the shit from the water.
But don't worry, it's not just in Texas where law enforcement officials are coming up and terrorizing individuals. No, in Rose's own hometown, and I'm curious, Rose, as to what your involvement is with this story. Did you call the police on this woman?
So that was a respectable
I
segment.
had to create a diversion so they wouldn't come after me. Okay.
Got
This
it.
Poor woman. It was nothing personal, but I had to send them after her instead. It had to be
So there's-
somebody. It was her. It was me. Okay.
So there's a woman in Syracuse who made a social media post yet again. I love how we're really taking our cues from the UK on this. That named
I mean,
the
Bobby Kennedy, the Bobby's picking people up. I don't know how this wasn't obvious to people. It was coming.
Yeah. That named Jonathan Ross as the ICE agent who shot and killed Renee Good. I will read you the post. Breaking. The ICE agent who shot and killed Renee Good in broad daylight has been identified as Jonathan Ross by the Minnesota Star Tribune. I think today is a great day for Jonathan to be indicted. So that post apparently threatens law enforcement officers, threatens federal agents.
Well,
And
it does violate the
that's
law
the
of
most
qualified immunity.
milquetoast post you can think of, and they claim that it was doxing because she listed his name when that has been common knowledge since it happened. I was going to say yes. Their Minecraft avatars. I don't care if their Minecraft avatars are looking over their shoulders for life. However, in any event, that name has been known since January. This is not news. This was not doxing. The agents knew what they were doing, okay? There is a reason why they did not go after this woman over a post that was made in January until Election Day. There is a reason why they chose this specific person, because they wanted an excuse to show up at a polling location when there has been concern for a long time about federal agents showing up at polling locations for voter intimidation purposes.
So I want to read the notice because they hand delivered a notice to her.
This?
Again, I will repeat that what she wrote is it is a great day for Jonathan to be indicted. Here's the notice they handed her and demanded that she sign. She didn't sign it. This notice officially informs you that it is unlawful to threaten to assault, kidnap, and or murder a federal official or that federal official's immediate family member with the intent to impede, intimidate, and or interfere with the federal official's duties. Oh, I love that. It's only unlawful to kill them if it's with the intent to impede, intimidate, and or interfere with the federal official's duties or retaliate against a federal official due to the performance of their duties. See, he was just performing his duties when he committed homicide, guys.
Ever popular just following orders excuse.
I missed the part where an indictment was a threat of violence.
I mean, it is to us, but it's a little hard when you're part of that exact system.
Correct. Kyle, read ICE's response, please.
ICE has come out and said that it was okay for them to be in the polling place because she asked them to meet her at the public library. There's no evidence for this. They just claimed that she was like, meet me at the public library. And it happened to be a polling place, as if they're unaware. And for anyone who's ever been to a polling place, the public library, there's not signs everywhere. Explaining what the fuck is going on. There's no, we just thought it was a library. We can't read.
Well, she even said,
that is fair.
She said, I probably shouldn't have let them in. However, she did not want to be outside talking to them alone for understandable reasons. She was intimidated into letting them in. And, I can't really judge. A lot of people, I think, would be in that situation, knowing what they have done to so many citizens at this point.
Yeah, I like not being incarcerated.
I like not being brutally assaulted and dragged off to a detention facility and disappeared for 6 months.
Yeah.
I like not being dead.
Speaking of being
but I like not living under a totalitarian government even better. So, I mean, wins and we lose them. Trade-offs.
It gets worse though. It turns out that they also found her using those fucking flock cameras that have been popping up everywhere in this area. They're everywhere at this point. I drive past at least 3 of them now on my way to work. Yeah,
and once again,
we knew this was going to happen because we knew that this has been known for a long time that ICE had access to their databases and was using them. I'm hoping that possibly Democrats have to at least pretend to be anti-ICE in New York State, even though they won't actually do anything about it.
Yeah, no,
hoping
it's just
maybe
campaign for them.
they'll feel pressured to take a principled stance against the flock cameras now. I'm not holding my breath.
It's
But,
campaign fodder. They need the
yeah.
flock cameras. They need them. They need them to campaign against.
I mean,
And
they'll
then
be
they
against
need them to
I
use
have
right
them
now.
when they get in power again. It's
Yeah.
great.
Right. It'll be like the domestic spying. Like it's bad until you're the one doing it.
Right.
Oh yeah, no, it's why they talk about reforming ICE. They don't talk about abolishing
Exactly.
ICE. They
Right,
want it
yeah.
for themselves.
Exactly.
Neither party has gotten rid of the Patriot Act and all the powers that came with it because they wanted it for themselves. It was just
Yeah.
too.
Right. No, they
It
don't.
was
They
way
need to
too
unform it.
useful.
The word reform is nails on a chalkboard, guys.
Mhm.
Okay? Don't reform, just abolish. Abolish it. Abolish everything. Except for the business list. Don't abolish the business list.
The,
No,
the
reform it.
original business list already got abolished, and that's why it's the public list.
That's
now.
true. Yes, that is correct.
Mhm.
So we've abolished the business list. We created the business list when the former business list was defunct. So
Sorry.
you have us to thank for resurrecting the business list.
I feel
Um,
like you have me to thank for abolishing the the previous business list.
Do we? I missed that. Was that you? Was that your doing?
No, I mean when Angela nuked the entire business
Yeah.
list because
Was that because you did
that-
something?
well, it was
Oh, was
right
that you?
after I was going off about us endorsing Trump and fundraising for RFK Jr. and how we were secretly supporting the Rescue the Republic, which had ties back to her, and then the entire list went down.
Oh no!
Right, the excuse that because I was still in the Mises Caucus at the time, but that was when I was like really on the edge of them, and I was like, yeah, I hate these people. Yeah, the excuse was that we don't, we want to be professional, and we don't need to let people see the drama we don't need to let people see our drama.
Yes,
Okay, we
yes.
should just
Which
let
is
them
why
see
their
the-
unity,
reps are
unity.
so adverse to trauma.
Unity, everyone. Just please, would someone think of the unity? No, we won't. But we'll move to another final happiness story. God damn you, Keith.
There's a few more stories.
Are
There
there
are
dead
some more
children this
stories.
time?
I wanted to talk about the Arizona Libertarian Party because the Arizona Libertarian Party has gone up against, we're not against the Supreme Court, but I would go up against the Supreme Court. I don't believe in
Right
justice.
now, it's kind of against them, right? The
it's
Supreme Court is.
fair.
It's
fair.
not literally a kangaroo court, if that's what you're thinking.
That's correct, and I would only prefer a kangaroo court because then I would win in a kangaroo court. The Arizona Libertarian Party brought a case, and that case had to do with what?
I don't know. It just struck me weird.
they brought a
brought
case of
that was a me
cocaine.
problem. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They brought a case.
they did indeed bring a case. So
You
they
had to
won
bribe the Supreme Court with
a
beer.
Supreme Court case, Wolford v. Lopez. It's decided 6-3, affirming firearm owners' right to carry on publicly accessible but not publicly owned property, like stores, hotels, that kind of thing, unless the owner expressly forbids it. This is the standard in a lot of parts of the country, but Hawaii had a law where they said, no, the presumption is that
Right, because you cannot have your rights in public.
right. Well, the presumption is that you need to have the owner affirmatively say that you can carry on this publicly accessible property. And the court struck that down, saying, well, you can prohibit firearms, but the presumption is that you can carry firearms. And so I wrote a little bit about this and posted on X, but in the dissent, Justice Jackson said, well, the court is choosing to uphold firearm rights over property rights, which is not what's happening.
That's not. Yeah.
She invokes the presupposition of exclusivity, which is a thing if you have property that is not rendered available for market exchange. And I argued that once you do that, then you have opened that property where the presumption then, because the presumption of a market is inclusion and participation, then the same applies to the premises where that market exchange is going on, that the presumption is inclusivity as opposed to exclusivity. So that was my little legal gloss. But yes, big ups to the Arizona Libertarian Party, and big ups for taking like civic action national. We need to see more of that in this party, as well as interstate, across state lines. This was a Hawaii law that the Arizona Libertarian Party helped to argue against. And this is exactly the kind of thing that we want to see. It's a big deal. It's a huge win. So congratulations to the AZLP. Keith, why do you love taking people's firearms away from them on publicly accessible property?
Oh, I mean, just because I'm woke. So
yeah, okay.
You know.
It's because he wants them for himself. Obviously.
Right. Well, that's true. Yeah, I did grow up with a large arsenal. So
there's been a lot of worry about the Supreme Court this year. There's a whole bunch of gun cases sitting in the docket, and they are not taking them. And there's only one session left. And so people are like, oh, they're not going to do anything with the guns. And so today was
now they're speed running.
Today was actually a big thing.
Yeah, there have been a couple rulings recently, though, that have been very promising. Like,
yes. Silencers, suppressors are now arms. And thereby must be treated like arms.
Because you're a drug user or something.
You can't be barred because of being just a normal drug user or having a drug conviction. There's still some up, like there's a challenge to, like the Illinois laws that's before the Supreme Court potentially. There's the AR-15 ban one that's gone up. California just had one that they're looking at, where California is banning all Glock-like handguns.
All Glock-like handguns, but not Glocks specifically, because Glocks are not Glock-like.
Is that because of the new trigger technology, or
it's because of Glock switches? Yeah.
Okay.
They're
not banning FRTs, but they are banning Glock-like handguns, even though you can do the same thing with any handgun at this point.
I know my GRE reading
does that literally ban?
Go on.
Does that ban actual Glocks?
Well, see, here's the thing.
It does.
Here's what.
It
No, it shouldn't.
It's not in the typical style.
No, because I know my GRE reading comprehension, and if you say that something is Glock-like, then you're not actually saying that it is a Glock. It's just like a Glock, but not actually the Glock itself.
It's possible they said Glock style.
You want to get a perfect score on the GRE reading comprehension, you got to pay attention to this. So I'm breaking it down for you. Glocks are completely
Glock
loud.
makes a lot of different weapons.
Yeah.
I think
Glock
it's
style.
I think they mean like the striker fired polymer frame guns. I think they've just banned striker fired basically. So for all of us hammer fired bros.
Yeah.
But get wrecked, Glock kids.
I mean, that's gonna get
I mean the hammer fire is great because then you can catch the web of your thumb in it.
Why would Gavin with the good hair do this like at a time when 2A has never been more universally popular? Can we be honest?
Because the establishment
he lives in
Democrats
a bubble.
are very upset about that fact, and they're doing everything possible to try to push it back.
Well, because again, like when the people have guns, then the people can revolt. It's not good. It's not good for any of the statists.
There's an old libertarian commercial where they say taxes are revolting. Why aren't you?
I like that. I like that a lot.
So there's a couple quick things I wanted to point out. Kelly Ayotte, the Republican governor of New Hampshire, has for the third time vetoed an anti-trans bill where the Republicans in New Hampshire, which I was assured don't exist, they're all secretly libertarians. Bye-bye, LPNH.
I mean, in fairness, a decent chunk of the libertarians there also are anti-trans.
That's true.
Not the real
this is This is overreaching and absolute nonsense, and so she's vetoed it. The U.S. government has now banned Polestar. Volvo is still allowed, but their sister brand Polestar, which are literally rebranded Volvos, banned. Because they are too Chinese.
Volvo-like vehicles.
Exactly.
Exactly.
There we go.
They're arguing that too much of Polestar is made in China, even though they're made in literally the same factories. Yeah, exactly. Literally like the Trump phone.
Is this a sex work thing? Because I mean, like Polestars are very popular with the government.
The government likes to keep it illegal, so they have exclusivity.
Fair.
Exactly.
The presumption
And,
of
I mean,
exclusivity for
most-
poll stars.
Most Polestar workers are a little old for this current administration.
Fabophilia. It's not pedophilia. It's okay because it's not okay.
I'm so thankful for the GOP to take that from us.
I know. Oh man.
Of all the tropes they could steal. Thank goodness.
Yeah. And in a happy one, we have seen an outpouring of foreign support in the U.S. for the people and the country while hating the government. And so finally, what we have found is that international libertarianism is universal. And this comes via the World Cup, other than England, but fuck England. Scotland likes
Indeed.
us. Australia has mostly liked us.
Scotland likes their alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
same.
Scotland also, is a big fan of putting cones on things. And we're
Yeah.
a big fan of putting cones on things.
What?
I'm just
And by our
wondering
powers
how many
combined,
of those are.
we
you
will
have a
cone the
picture of this-
statues.
Do you have a
I'm
picture of
wondering
the
if those,
statue?
how many of these stories are true, like about people being in all over free refills at restaurants. Like,
It's a thing. If you go to Europe, it is not a thing there.
So are soft drinks in Europe priced accordingly then?
No, they are
Like,
more
is this-
expensive than here.
What?
But
They
yeah,
pay per bubble?
all around Boston during the Scotland game in Boston, they were coning statues, and Boston thought this was hilarious and had no problems with this. And thereby, Scotland and America are now close allies, but still fucking
Washington D.C. needs this.
yes, absolutely. There's been an outpouring of people from around the world understanding how fucking large Buc-ee's is and how big things like Walmart actually
So
are.
I've never been to a Buc-ee's actually.
What?
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
next
We'll fix
LNC
that.
meeting is going to be at a Buc-ee's.
Don't understand. I don't understand what. Apparently, the bathrooms are clean at Buc-ee's, or
They
is
are.
the
They
water
have nice
clean?
bathrooms.
Because in the
Yes,
Texas Buc-ee's,
unless
do they
you're
still
in
have clean water?
Trinidad, Texas.
Yeah,
It has
okay.
always been transparent. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah. No, it's as if you scaled a truck stop up to the proportional size of Texas.
So the other thing that they've been flabbergasted by is like Bass Pro Shops. The entire
Never
concept
been to
of
one of
having
those either.
having a
What?
Walmart-sized hunting store is just
You just haven't been to-
mind-blowing.
It has a indoor waterfall in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have outdoor waterfalls too. I feel like they
Yes,
could go
but
to
the
those.
They have those
Outdoor
too.
impressive.
They don't have the indoor ones.
Yeah.
I mean, malls have indoor waterfalls here, basically.
Here,
I don't-
yes.
Yeah, like they could just go to a mall. They don't have to go to Bass Pro Shop.
Amanda, I got to correct you here. It's
You
a
haven't been to
Bass Pro
Texas,
Shops.
have you?
I swear to you, that's what
I
they said.
don't. It's not, and I refuse to believe this.
That is
Well,
their
because it's-
corporate
Well,
claim.
it's so large, a single one is plural.
Yes, they claim that because inside of
like
the Bass Pro Shop
reverse
there
Russian.
are multiple little shops.
For Russian, you use the singular up until the number 5, up until the digit 5, actually. So, like, you go, 1 cat, 2 cat, 3 cat, 4 cat, 5 cats, but then you also go 21 cats, 22 cats, 23 cats, 24 cats, 25 cats.
So
For
as
every
long as it
cat.
has more than 5
Roses
sub
sideways.
shops, you'd be
5
okay
or
with it.
more.
Ugh.
Yeah. But exactly. There have to be 5. At
yeah,
least.
sorry guys, my phone does not want to cooperate this evening.
Ask Pro Shop
okay.
is just what I call my apartment, Harlan. I don't know where that came from. It sounded
There's not
good
even
in
an
my
ass in
head.
your apartment.
It's totally when I talk to you, there is.
I've never been in your apartment.
Your voice is you've been near
Saying
my
there's a
apartment.
fart in the apartment, saying there's an ass in the apartment
You've
are
been
different things.
in my apartment building.
I have been in your apartment building. I've never been to your apartment.
I keep him in the garage when he comes to
She
visit.
did. She literally did.
It's out of context. It sounds very bad.
It's better out of context.
It is better out of context, and he's better in
Her
the
car
garage.
has the most impressive scoreboard on ass versus tits.
See, there
in
we go.
all
It's an
of
Bass
Wisconsin.
Pro Shop. I doubt that's true. All right, everyone. Do we have more stories? Because you acted as though there were a plethora of news items to get through after I tried to close with something nice and family friendly, like carrying guns in your neighborhood supermarket in Hawaii.
I brought up
Bringing
the
your
happiness of the
guns
World
to,
Cup, where
Mm.
we have been winning, and that's been making
the World Cup's
like
not a
Australia
thing.
and England
Wait,
very
it's-
mad.
It's not real. The World Cup.
They're not supposed to be a good team.
And we're
They
not.
play
And
stupid
we're not.
football.
Yeah,
We are.
exactly. We play real sports like ice hockey, and we can do a cup for that. We do a Stanley Cup. We could have a World Cup of hockey, but we don't.
Every
We choose
country
to
that
waste
cares
it
about hockey
on
already
soccer,
plays it.
which is yeah, and now the World Cup forces countries that don't care about soccer to play soccer, and we all have to pretend to be excited by soccer for a couple of months. I don't even know how long this is going to go on. Yes,
1-800
1-800
does work.
us.
it does work.
I was gonna say I don't think our target audience are people who care about the World Cup.
I don't think anyone's target audience is the people who care about the World Cup.
Does anyone actually care? Or are we just being told we're supposed to? Because
It is a psyop. It's a psyop.
It's the most
just
popular sport
like
in the world.
The
most popular sporting
early
event in the
aughts
world.
tried to make me think that Hillary Duff was hot and she wasn't. It was a psyop. Everyone tried to make me think Hillary Duff was attractive. No. Do you not remember Lizzie McGuire? Lizzie McGuire was a psyop, and I'm serious about this. She couldn't act, she couldn't sing, her voice was super annoying, and she wasn't attractive. And yet somehow every single day her hairstyle was different.
Amanda's
And no
computer is
fifth
trying to
grader-
save us by just like breaking up on her right now and making her a fucking
She's
pixelated
she's
image.
reverting to mosaic form.
Exactly.
As long as
She's
I'm
becoming
audible.
Minecraft.
As long as I'm audible.
Rose has gifted her internet connection.
There we go. No, as long as I'm still
Yeah, Rose is
audible.
back and like looks good. Amanda's
Yeah,
now
my
more apex.
internet. No, my connection has been really spotty this evening. I keep losing the camera and having to exit and come back in.
Whenever the CIA tunes into one of you, it takes part of the bandwidth.
I guess so.
I would
guess
love
so.
to
When
see
I
Amanda
started
play
talking
beer league
about-
hockey.
When I started talking about Lizzie McGuire being a psyop,
Mhm.
then I think because I mean it was clearly a government psyop. Can anyone honestly tell me she could act or
General
sing?
is the government psyop. They want the tribalism to get baked in. It's
She
it's
had
the gateway drug to nationalism.
She
Well,
had a
that
lot
was-
of hair clips. That was her one virtue. Is a lot of hair clips had Hillary Duff and Lizzie McGuire. Like her hair was always different. She wasn't attractive, and she couldn't act, and she couldn't sing. And I was being inundated as well with Lizzie
Amanda,
McGuire paraphernalia. I
Are
was
you
so
jealous
upset.
of Hillary Duff?
You know what? I was, because I will tell you, I was objectively more attractive as a child than Hillary Duff, and I was more talented. Look, I'm not saying that I'm some credible prodigy. It doesn't
but
take a
how
lot to
many
be more
hairstyles
talented
did
than
you have?
Hillary Duff. I'm sorry. How many what?
How many hairstyles did you have?
Okay, that's fair. But I did do like the Jennifer Aniston zigzag part at one point.
Huh?
Yeah. Y'all should see my headshots from that time. I was a babe. This is getting progressively weirder. It's
My,
okay though, because I'm saying it. What's up,
My
Kyle?
headshots are just like collectively put together in montages on YouTube because I was not a cute kid or anything. I just played a lot of Halo.
Why do you have headshot montages on YouTube?
It's okay, Amanda. You'll understand
Oh,
culture
oh.
someday.
Meaning shooting people in the head.
Yes.
Oh, I got it. Okay, that's funny.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
That is what they're called. Headshots with the guns that you can now bring to Hawaii supermarkets and Bass Pro Shops as well.
But not to do actual headshots there.
Exactly. Don't do those. Don't do those.
That it's considered rude.
To shoot someone in the head.
What if
Well,
it's
yeah,
consensual?
consensual head shooting. There we go.
Theoretically,
Or are we?
All right.
Are we wrapped up? Okay, guys, we will see you next week. Probably going to do a solidarity stream too on Tuesday. Until next time, everyone, we are the Business List. I got this. We're gonna say anarchy. And we're gonna say anarchy. Full transparency. Now I wanna see anarchists on the business list. Destroy!